Hello, this is Roger. Welcome to Mission Alive. Welcome to the MSE Mission Office. This morning I want to reflect a little bit on our Gospel reading for this Sunday morning. Jesus speaks of himself as the Good Shepherd and as the gate. Being the Good Shepherd can remind us or challenge us to be shepherds to each other. We're called to look after each other, to care for each other, to not let each other get into danger of any sort. That's a calling for all of us, especially in these times when we're having difficulties, where there are people amongst us who need help, who need assistance, who need a hand up. As part of the work of the Mission Office, we extend that shepherding attitude and action to others in other countries in giving funding for projects that they need to give them a better life. And that is an important work in shepherding others who are not close to us physically in this place, but overseas, in other places, in other cultures, to give them a hand up to care for them. The other aspect I want to talk about in this is the gate. The custom at the time with the sheep, they only had small flocks to each shepherd, but they would put them in the sheepfold in a yard and lock them in for their safety and security. But the sheep were not free to come and go. They were there to be protected from wild dogs and animals, to be protected from false shepherds. And Jesus calls himself the shepherd, and his sheep know him. And that's a challenge to us all. Do we know Jesus? Do we know his voice? Do we know his actions? Do we know his smell? Pope Francis told us, particularly as priests and shepherds of the flock, that we must have the smell of the sheep. But I think more importantly then, Jesus says that he is the gate, and if they listen to him, then they are free to come and go and to find pasture. And this is the difference. Now the sheep are free to come and go, find pasture, to find nurture, to find the life that they need to find. And this is true for all of us. We can be closed in, locked in by all kinds of things in our lives. Personal things, personal difficulties, family difficulties, financial difficulties. Many things can lock us in. Now these things will not go away, but we can have a freedom within them, accepting them as part of life, working as best we can to overcome them, to live with them, to cope with them, but we are still free within these restrictions of life. And I often reflect that our projects from the Mission Office give people freedom. If people in a village in Africa or Papua New Guinea have beautiful, clean water on hand, close in the middle of the village, then the women and the girls don't have to walk miles, kilometres to go and find water. If disadvantaged youth have school fees, have a uniform, they're free to go to school and get an education, and so on with many of our projects. It gives a freedom so people are free to come and go, to find pasture, to find the life that they want, the life that they need to have a good life. So today we can reflect on Jesus as the shepherd, the good shepherd, and as the gate, a gate to life. Thank you for being with us, and I'll be back with you during this week.